The new Gemini Canvas update is insane. Google just dropped something wild, and I'm not even exaggerating. This new Gemini update literally lets you create entire presentations with a single sentence. No joke. You type one command and boom, slides, designs, transitions, everything. I've been testing this for the past few days, and honestly, it's kind of breaking my brain. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how this works, what you can do with it, and why this might completely change how you create presentations forever. Trust me, you've never seen anything like this. Hey, I'm the digital avatar of Joseph, and today we're diving into something that's going to completely change how you see this topic. Let's get into it. So first, let me explain what Gemini even is for those who don't know. Gemini is Google's AI model. Think of it like ChatGPT, but made by Google. It's been around for a while now, but honestly, most people haven't been paying attention to it because ChatGPT dominated the conversation. But Google just quietly released an update that makes Gemini insanely powerful for anyone who creates content, presentations, or needs to put together slides fast. And here's why this update matters. Every single one of us has been in that situation where we need to create a presentation. Maybe it's for school, maybe it's for work, maybe you're pitching an idea or teaching something. And what happens? You spend hours picking templates, choosing colors, formatting text, finding images, making sure everything looks good. It's exhausting. Well, Google just said, forget all of that. You can now create an entire presentation in literally seconds. Let me tell you what's new. The feature is called Canvas in Gemini, and it's basically a workspace inside Gemini where you can generate presentations from scratch. You just tell Gemini what you want and it builds it for you. We're not talking about basic bullet points here. We're talking full slide decks with designs, layouts, visuals, transitions, the whole thing. You could say something like, create a presentation about the history of artificial intelligence, and Gemini will generate 10 to 15 slides with actual content, images, and professional design. This is not a template library. This is AI actually building your presentation from nothing. And the crazy part, it understands context. So if you're making a business pitch, it'll give you a different style than if you're making something for a classroom. It adapts to what you need. Now, let me show you how this actually works. When you open Gemini, you'll see the regular chat interface, but now there's a new option called Canvas. You click that and it opens up a workspace. From there, you just type your prompt. And this is where it gets fun. You can be super specific or super vague. It works either way. For example, let's say I type, create a presentation about starting an online business in 2025. Gemini will think for a second and then boom, it generates the entire presentation. You'll see slides appear one by one. The first slide is usually a title slide with a clean design. Then you get slides covering topics like choosing a niche, setting up your website, marketing strategies, monetization methods, all organized logically. And here's the cool part. Each slide has actual content written out, not just titles, real sentences and bullet points that make sense. Plus, Gemini adds visuals automatically, so you'll see relevant images, icons, charts, whatever fits the topic. The design is clean and modern. The colors match. The fonts are readable. It honestly looks like something a professional designer made. But wait, there's more. You can customize everything. Let's say you don't like the colors. You just tell Gemini, change the color scheme to blue and white, and it updates everything instantly. You want different images? Just say replace the images with photos instead of illustrations, and boom, done. You can even change the layout of individual slides. If you want a slide to have two columns instead of one, just ask. Gemini will rearrange everything for you. And if you want to get really hands-on, you can edit the slides manually after Gemini generates them. You can click into any text box and type your own content. You can drag and drop elements. You can add new slides or delete ones you don't need. It's like having a design assistant that does 90% of the work and then lets you polish the last 10% however you want. Now let's talk about why this is such a game changer. Think about how much time you normally spend making presentations. Hours, right? Maybe even days if it's something important. With Canvas and Gemini, that time goes down to minutes. Seriously, I tested this by creating a presentation about AI tools for marketing. Start to finish, including customizations, it took me maybe 10 minutes. 10 minutes for something that would have taken me 3 hours before. And here's who this is perfect for. Students who need to make presentations for class, this is gold. You can focus on learning the material instead of fighting with PowerPoint. Teachers who need to create lesson slides, boom, done in minutes. Business professionals pitching ideas or making reports. This saves you so much time. Content creators who need slide decks for videos or courses, Honestly, this might be the most useful tool you discover this year. But here's the real benefit that nobody's talking about. This helps people who aren't designers. Let's be honest, most of us are not graphic designers. We don't know what looks good. We pick ugly colors. Our slides look like they're from 2005. Canvas and Gemini fixes that. It gives everyone access to professionally designed presentations without needing any design skills. You just need to know what you want to say, and Gemini handles making it look good. All right, let me give you a real example of how powerful this is. I asked Gemini to create a presentation about the benefits of meditation for beginners. It generated 12 slides. The first slide had a calming image of someone meditating with a simple title. The second slide explained what meditation is. The third slide covered the science behind meditation with a brain graphic. Then it went into benefits like reduced stress, better focus, improved sleep. Each benefit got its own slide with relevant visuals. Then Gemini added a slide about different types of meditation. It included mindfulness, transcendental, loving kindness, all explained simply. After that, it created a how to get started section with step-by-step instructions, and it ended with a motivational slide encouraging people to start today. The whole thing was coherent, well-organized, and visually appealing. I barely had to change anything. And here's where it gets even better. I told Gemini, make it more colorful and add some animations. It changed the color palette to warmer tones and added subtle slide transitions. I then said, add a slide with statistics about meditation's impact on mental health, and it instantly created a new slide with actual stats and a chart. The level of control you have here is insane. But let's compare this to what else is out there because that's important. How does Canvas and Gemini stack up against traditional tools like PowerPoint or Google Slides? Well, those tools give you templates, which is nice, but you still have to do all the work. You still have to write the content, choose images, format everything, make sure it flows. With Gemini, the AI does all of that heavy lifting. Now, what about AI-powered presentation tools like Canva's AI features or tools like Gamma or Beautiful.ai? Those are good. Canva has AI design suggestions and templates. Gamma can generate presentations from prompts. But here's the thing. Gemini is integrated into Google's ecosystem. If you already use Google Workspace, this is seamless. Plus, Gemini's understanding of context is really strong because it's built on Google's massive language model. The pros are obvious. Speed, ease of use, professional design, customization, no design skills needed. The cons? Well, let's talk about those. Here are the limitations you need to know about. First, complex layouts can be tricky. If you need something super custom with very specific placement of elements, you might need to do that manually. Gemini is great at standard slide formats, but if you want something totally unique, it might not nail it on the first try. Second, deep customization takes prompt engineering. You need to be clear about what you want. If you're vague, you'll get generic results. The better your prompt, the better your presentation. For example, instead of saying, make a presentation about fitness, say, create a 10-slide presentation about starting a home workout routine for beginners with emphasis on bodyweight exercises. See the difference? Third, branding consistency can be an issue if you have strict brand guidelines. Gemini will give you nice designs, but if you need exact colors, exact fonts, exact logo placement, you'll need to do some manual adjustments. It's not a plug-and-play solution for corporate branding yet. Here are my tips for getting better results. Be specific in your prompts. Tell Gemini how many slides you want, what style you prefer, what tone to use. If you want a professional business presentation, say that. If you want something fun and casual, say that. Context matters. Another tip, use iterative prompts. Generate the first version, see what you get, then refine. Say things like make slide 3 more visual, or simplify the text on slide 5, or add more data to support the points on slide 7. Treat it like a conversation with a design assistant. And here's a pro tip. Ask Gemini to create an outline first before generating slides. Say, give me an outline for a presentation about XYZ and review it. If the structure looks good, then say, now create slides based on this outline. This gives you more control over the flow. This tool is more than good enough. And it's only going to get better as Google continues updating it. Should you use it? Yes. Should you learn how to write better prompts to get better results? Absolutely. Should you start thinking about how AI tools like this fit into your personal or professional life? 100%. The future is here, and it's powered by AI. Tools like this are just the beginning. The question is, are you going to use them or are you going to watch from the sidelines while everyone else moves forward? Want to learn how to make money with AI? Go to logicbuilder.ai. I put together everything you need to start earning with AI tools, free resources, prompts, blueprints, the whole thing. Don't sleep on this. The link is in the description. Go check it out right now. Thanks for watching. If you found this useful, hit that like button and subscribe because I'm breaking down the latest AI tools and updates every single week. Drop a comment and let me know. Are you going to try Canvas in Gemini? What are you going to create with it? I want to hear from you. I'm Joseph's digital avatar, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.